Jeffries stays silent on Schumer's shutdown fold, and they're talking about a stunning demonstration of the breach that has emerged between the two New York Democrats over this looming shutdown.
I mean, Kelly, there are absolutely a lot of politics involved in this. And if you look, Senator Chuck Schumer coming out last night saying he was going to vote with Republicans to go ahead and advance the 6-month stopgap, it's caused a lot of heartburn within the Democratic Party, especially if you consider that all but one House Democrat voted against this measure and against this bill. And the politics here, I mean, they're coming out in exactly who is voting for and against this bill. We don't know all 8 Senate Democrats who are expected to join Republicans to vote to advance this in just an hour or so. But we know at least one more of them, Catherine Cortez Masto of Nevada. Both she and John Fetterman have come out and said that they will vote to advance this. Notable because both of those senators represent states that Trump won in 2024. And Kelly, the politics, of course, around all this is very interesting. But I think it is also worth noting exactly what is happening here. Because what this vote is basically continuing the funding that began during the Biden administration. Republicans, of course, have talked a very big game about cutting government funding and spending, but at this point, they're just continuing what was there before. I asked Senator Cynthia Lummis of Wyoming a little bit about this, and she said, look, the cuts are going to come. DOJ right now, she said it was giving a lot of recommendations to agencies as far as major programs to cut. Listen to what she told me just a little bit ago.
That some of the DOJ recommended reductions will appear in the fiscal year 2026 budget. But it takes time to figure out how to absorb them into a new budget and to assure ourselves that the cabinet secretaries who are currently evaluating DOJ recommended cuts have had a chance to put their finger on the scale.
This next vote is going to be critical because it does need that Democratic support. But remember, it is not the final vote. All 100 senators are going to have to agree to expedite the process, or we could see a very short weekend shutdown. Brian?
Yeah, Emily, is it fair to say, are we out of the woods? Are we peering into the trees? Like, where do we stand? Because these shutdown fears are also hitting the stock market. Where are we?
We might be going into the woods for like half a second, but we're not going to go very deep. Weekend shutdowns, they generally don't have a lot of impact. The government's not up and running. Not a lot of services are impacted. And of course, all 100 senators, I think, see the writing on the wall. They see that this is very likely to pass. And we assume that once we clear this major procedural hurdle, we will get an agreement that could allow them to keep the government funded and to make that midnight deadline of tonight.